Okay, good morning guys, or good afternoon. So basically I'll be teaching or teaching about the desert ecosystem, depending on what time you guys are watching it though. So the desert ecosystem are a barren area of land characterized by extremely high or low temperatures with low rainfall and scarcity or no vegetation. So basically these are places where there should be it's missing one of the elements. Like if it's hot, it's missing the element of rainfall, and if it's low temperatures, it's missing the element of heat. Yeah, for example, these are like the Sahara deserts, and like these are like very hot places. Sorry guys, I have a flu at the moment while taking this video, but let's just proceed. Types of deserts. Deserts are a region with especially low or high temperatures and limited vegetation. Based on the climate condition, deserts are classified into two types: hot deserts and cold deserts. Like you can see, those are like two types of deserts right there. But usually deserts, people have an image of it being somewhere that's dry and very sandy. But it's not usually or most of the case. A desert can be in a place where there's no sand, as long as the temperature is very high and there's no limitation of water. That place can also be considered as a desert. Now, the hot and dry deserts of the Sahara. Well, this is a North African part of Africa where the Sahara Desert covers, and it's one of the largest. Okay, so let's continue. The Sahara Desert is known as the world's largest desert, covering over 8.54 million square kilometers. It is the largest and the hottest desert in the world. The Sahara Desert is located in a tropical region, which are 1,000 meters above sea level. It covers a huge part of North Africa and 11 other countries, such as Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Mali, Chad, Niger, Western Sahara, Sudan, Libya, and Morocco. 11 countries it covers. That's a lot of countries. Usually, most of the countries not familiar in North Africa are usually very large countries, by the way. The total area actually measures about 8,600,000 square kilometers, which is 4,800 kilometers approximately from east to west, and between 800 and 1,200 kilometers from north to south. Those are a lot of kilometers. Now we have the cold and dry desert of Ladakh. Now Ladakh is famously known as the cold desert of India. It is found in the high altitude of the temperate regions, which lie in the Great Himalayas within the eastern parts of Jammu and Kashmir, and located in the western Himalayas region within Himachal Pradesh in North India. Sorry for the pronunciation, guys. I do not know how to pronounce some of these words. But the altitude in the Ladakh ranges from about 3,000 meters in Kachit to 8,000 meters in Karakoram. Due to its high altitude, the climate remains extremely cold and dry. The day temperatures in summer are just about above 0 degrees, and night temperatures go below 30. Now, features and desert habitats. The most determining feature of the terrestrial ecosystem is the amount of precipitation it receives, which is the least compared to other ecosystems. The desert is an arid or bone dry region of the landscape where there is little precipitation, hence living conditions are unfavorable for both flora and fauna. Now, these ecosystems can exist from Arctic to tropics. Not all deserts are hot. Some are often windy, while some contain rocks and others have sand dunes. Flora is a very rare but adaptive animal species, and insects are found here. Like I was talking about some other time back, where not all deserts are supposed to have sand in them. Some deserts can have rocks. As long as there's a limitation of no rain, any place can be a desert. The adaptation of plants. Now these two are animals that have found a way of surviving without water for like maybe 6 months, 8 months. Yeah, they can survive the whole year without water. Usually their roots go very, very deep, and that's how they hold on to the temperatures. Because of the extreme dryness and freezing cold in the latex vegetation in spreads, during the summer seasons, beans, potatoes, peas are sometimes cultivated, and fruit trees such as apples and bloom in cold deserts. So usually it just depends on, there's some vegetables that grow well in the desert and some vegetables that grow well in cold deserts. That usually make a lot of money for them. Now, adaptation of animals. So the most famous animal that I know from this tree has to be the camel. Now, the camel is very famous. It's very known for surviving in the desert, and it can stay like for a few months or weeks without water and survive. Now, these animals are very important in terms of destination, walk, and transportation in the desert. Now, let me just show you some few pictures of how the desert ecosystem works and how it is. Like you can see here, this is how some deserts are. This is the most common desert that everybody knows, this too. Wow, this one is the other desert I was talking about, that not all deserts have to be full of sand. Like this one is full of rocks. Yep, and let me just go below. And usually this is formed when there is what weight is it? A sandstorm or a storm? I don't know, but I think it's a sandstorm, where a sandstorm comes and it covers up the sand that was below it, creating something like this, like you're harvesting something. Now, this is the best example of a dry desert. No water, just rocks all over the place. Now this is one of the most, this could be like one of the most hottest places in the world. And these trees right here do grow, but they take time. And these types of trees are very rare to find in places that are not dry or wet. Usually you find them in the deserts. And usually if the trees are close to this, you usually find water somewhere, but you should avoid that. Usually places where you find water in a desert, you find a lot of predators that are hunting also for water.